everybody. Happy Sunday, or whatever day you're watching this. Yesterday was Lionsgate, the 888, the, portal. It's a time it's like an awakening portal, but it's a time to kind of look back and see how you've grown, and a time to kind of like ascend and raise your consciousness, raise your vibration, get some extra downloads. The veil is kind of thin, so like if you're feeling zapped, I'm feeling a little zapped. But if you're like having trouble sleeping or having like headaches, achy body kind of stuff, at least maybe you can know why, and it's for a greater purpose. And it's for a happier end goal. So we're gonna do a pick a card on what's falling away and what's rising within you. And then we have these cards from the Circus Oracle deck to kind of give us a message. So we're gonna read those last. So we have card one, like pile one, Crown of the Butterfly Bambini. And then pile two is Pixie Period, probably said that wrong. And pile three, Go Fish. So pick your pile. We'll look at what's falling away and what you're moving into, and then we'll read your message. And yeah, I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so pile one, my butterfly folks. So the butterfly obviously is all about transformation. 31 reduces to a 4. 4 is about foundations and steadiness and reliability, and stuff like that. So we're going to read that message in a sec. But right now we're going to look at what is falling away. The ever unfolding rose. Cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. So this card is the first card in this deck, and it's all about letting things go and letting things fall away. It's about remaining open despite kind of the suffering that is inherent to life. So I think what you've been in is like this letting go of resentments, letting go of fear, letting go of attachment. Like you've been working hard on like reopening your heart or kind of processing maybe some heart chakra stuff. But that's what you've been in, is this time of like, let it go, let it fall, let it burn, let it be, like that kind of energy. And what you're moving into, Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. So Anna kind of set the foundation of the Christ consciousness. So I think that you're moving into a time of like laying the foundations of where you want your future to go and aligning with, you're kind of like reaching out now for your life's purpose, your soul calling, and laying the foundations for that to happen. A few more cards came out with it. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? But like before you can figure out what's not aligned, you have to figure out where you're trying to go and like what's important to you. So you're going to also be working on alignment. So aligning things within yourself. So if you have like any negative beliefs that are going to hinder you from who you want to be and where you want to go, you have to work on that. If you're like your job or your relationship or anything external doesn't align to that purpose, you have to kind of deal with those things. And then we have keepers of the earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So I think you're going to have help in these things. I think that you have the opportunity to reach out to your ancestors or your guides or like spirit or God or whatever, to make sure that you don't feel lonely. A lot of time when you're like finding your life purpose and you're letting things go and doing all this work, you're like, well, what do I have left? So the spirits are saying, well, us, we're here, we got you, and we will give you wisdom, give you answers, give you guidance, or whatever if you seek it out. So now we're going to read your message. Just as nature imbues the butterfly with an innate ability for radical transformation, so too do you have natural instincts within, guiding you to grow in dramatic, utterly life-changing ways. Progress is your perfection. Growth is your attainment. Do you shun what you have been or mistakes you have made, or instead do you wear your ability for transformation as a sacred crown of power? Transformation is an ability, an art, a sacred power. It requires an ability to go through death of an old self to be reborn again. That death might be an identity, a lifestyle or career, or an inner sense of self that no longer seems enough to truly reflect who you are becoming. It requires both strength and flexibility, to be like bamboo, to bend without breaking. You have to be so strong in your sense of your essence that even as the form of your life, your body, your mind, your very soul goes through change, you recognize that underneath it all, there is a kernel of essential, eternal you that is always the same. That is your spiritual anchor within, a feeling of peaceful consistency even whilst the rigors of life work their magic upon you, causing you to change and grow in other ways. The flexibility you possess will indicate the extent to which transformation is possible. So I'm going to pause real quick. It's like so beautiful that the card came out, the ever unfolding rose, where you can, you've been working on this, like letting go and letting the change happen and just like letting it all unfold. And that's so essential to the transformation. So it seems like you guys are really good at accepting that. Maybe you're a Scorpio. Are you willing to let go of what you have known, who you have been, without judging it, except to understand that you are outgrowing your past and becoming your future in this very moment? This takes great courage, whilst flexibility of mind allows you to believe there are other possibilities in this life beyond what you have already experienced. The strength gives you enough courage to bear the loss of the known and the terror of the unknown, perhaps even turning that terror into excitement for what may be. Crown of the Butterfly Bambini speaks of the spiritual ability in you to transform. This is not small change. It is life-altering transformation where you pass through a door and cannot go back. It is challenging, it is thrilling, it promises so much happiness, but there will be loss to grieve also. If you're in transition through a transformational process, you will know how painful it can be at times. This oracle brings you confirmation that this shall not be a failed initiation for you, but a true rebirth. You have what it takes. You can make this crazy, improbable leap into a completely new consciousness. You are meant to do so. It might seem ridiculous, just like the improbable miracle of the caterpillar becoming a butterfly, but it is part of your destiny. This radical change of which you dream or which you feel swept up without knowing what it is that is pulling you forward is meant to be. Believe in your own ability to transform. Trust in what is happening. Don't dream small dreams, for you are capable of far more dramatic and colorful creations. You have within you the ability to become a creature so wildly beautiful and free that you probably cannot even envision what that will look like and feel like at this time. All you can do is trust in the magnificence of what you are becoming, the expression of the transformational intelligence and power within you. So that is, so beautiful. Like, I have chills a little bit. This is the perfect time to receive that message. Like, that's what this Lionsgate time is all about. It's like letting go of the old, looking back, seeing how you've grown, like realigning and kind of having all this access to the power of that transformation to like bring you where you want to go in the future. So I'm excited for you guys. Hopefully that resonated. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. But yeah, have a great day. All right, pile 2, Pixie Periot. I'm gonna figure out how to say that eventually. I love this card. I cannot wait to read you the message, but we'll get to that in a sec. So first we're gonna look at the energy that is falling away. We got Trust the Niggle. Yeah, Trust the Niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So this is the energy that you've been in but is falling away. And this card is all about like when you have that feeling that like something's wrong, you have that feeling that somebody's deceiving you, like whatever your intuition is trying to tell you, it's just like this unsettling thing that won't let you go until you face it. And this card is all about like facing those things, like facing whatever it is that's kind of blocking you from receiving more, from hearing the messages of the universe, from being your best self. So that's what y'all have been in. And what are you moving into? Council of Light. Divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So these are masters, these are higher beings, and they have a ton of wisdom to offer. You do have to ask and like put it out to them, call them in, like be open to receive those messages. But that's what you're moving into, is this time of like guidance and connectedness, and you might be already starting to like get a message in your dreams, or just, you know, through a song on the radio or numbers on the clock. I swear I will eventually do videos about numerology, because that's just like one thing that they really speak to me through. But that's what you're gonna be getting, a lot of advice and guidance, and like really feeling like you're communing with the universe and the energies and stuff like that. So that's really cool. And then a third card came out. I was trying to get clarification on something, and I on the niggling feeling, I was like, ooh, what is it? But I didn't. But what I did get, or maybe it is connected. Anyhow, what I did get is this card, Pleiades. So Pleiades, it says double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So the Pleiadians are like this higher group of spiritual beings who like incarnate on the earth over and over again to raise the collective consciousness, to help humanity. You do this so when you work on yourself and when you heal yourself, and when you work through all these things, you are helping the collective, like just in doing that. But also you may have a special calling, like you might be a light worker. So you may have a special calling to like help others heal. Pleiadians are really chatty by nature. So it might be about like speaking, songwriting, writing in general, podcast stuff, like, it doesn't have to be any of that. It could be art. But whatever it is, like this, I think this is the confirmation that like that is your Council of Light coming into play here to be like, yeah, this is what you're meant to do. Tap into that. Don't doubt it, and stuff like that. So now we're going to read your message here. And 36 reduces to 9, and 9 is all about wrapping up a cycle. It is, I've always felt that there is an energy of like independence that goes along with it. It's not like the number of independence, but it's just you go forth, you know, and you do you, and you make your choices, and you take your course of action and stuff like that. But we're gonna read this message for you. Okay. There is an original you, the you that has always been and will always be you. No matter how much the outer forms of your body, your work, your lifestyle, your world seem to change, the original, essential you is always there within, unique, precious, and just as you were created to be. Within you is an intelligence that helps you adapt to various life circumstances and situations. You might do this consciously or unconsciously, but the point of any type of adaptation is survival. This card brings you a message. There is more meant for you in this life than merely surviving. You are actually meant to thrive. This oracle reminds you that you thrive most fully, abundantly, and deliciously when you are just you. Not the version of you that another may prefer, nor the one that helps you fit into the crowd, but just you as you have always been. Even if that doesn't seem like enough for some people, it is more than enough for you to have the life you deserve that would bring you the most peace, happiness, and love. When this oracle comes to you, it is time to get back to the essence of you. It might be time to go back to the things you dreamt of in childhood, or something that really feels like it expresses the true you, but that you cast aside for some very logical and sensible reason or other. That might be a talent, passion, or lifestyle you are pursuing, or a deep-seated need to create and express yourself through art, clothing, music, or dance. It is time to reclaim it. From little dreams and childhood fantasies, a full-grown life purpose can blossom. Even if it seems fanciful rather than practical, don't drop the ball. Give yourself a chance to be and be seen, to live and to thrive as the real you. You are you for good reason, not by error, oversight, or mistake. Love yourself and let yourself live, thrive, and express the original genius of you. So, yeah, in order to fulfill your life's purpose, like, you have to really tap in to, you just have to be you. That's all you have to do. And you're going to make a dramatic impact in the world. But you need to, I did this. Like, I let go. I love to write songs. I love to, like, paint. I'm not, like, super good at it or anything, but you know, I just, like, I like the creative stuff. Like, it makes me feel alive. It makes me feel free, but it's not very practical. Like, it's not going to make me money, and maybe I'm the only one that'll ever see it. So, you know, what good is it doing? But, like, a lot of good. Even if that's all it ever is, and it's like just that happiness and peace that flows into you from doing those things, like, that's a good enough reason. But what this is saying is, like, it's gonna unlock things within you. So it's gonna touch someone and help them heal, or like help them break out of their shell. Like, it's gonna have a really big impact on the collective and other people. And, like, it's really important that you be the youiest you, the essence of you, that unadulterated version of you, without fear and without hesitance. So that is so exciting. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it resonated. Give me a like, give me a share, stuff like that. Let me know what you thought. I really like feedback, so leave me a comment or something. But thanks for watching, y'all. See you next time. All right, pile 3. Go fish. Number 9. Number 9 is about wrapping up a cycle. So we're going to get this message in a minute, but first we're going to look at the energy that is falling away. Break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So this is what you guys have been working on. Y'all have been healing and deep diving, and, like, whatever it is that your life could have easily fallen into, like all those things when you're growing up, you're like, I'll never be this way, like, I'll never do this, I'll never let this pattern repeat, like those things. Y'all have been doing the healing required to ensure that it doesn't happen. Like, you're rewriting the future for your entire line, and especially for yourself. That you don't have to live with these chains anymore, that you don't have to live in these toxic patterns, that you don't have to, maybe it's like about poverty mindset and you've, like, hacked abundance. But that's what y'all been working on. So that's super cool. And what you're moving into, the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. So what you're moving into is this time where you're really gonna, like, you're gonna find your soul tribe. They're gonna start, and if you don't know, like, a soul tribe is that group of people that you're just, like, your soul syncs with, you know, and it's like, they get you, man, and you get them, and y'all, like, operate on this, y'all vibe together, operate on this frequency that's just, you've never felt so connected. Like, it's an ending to loneliness and stuff like that. So that, the time that you're moving into is, like, finding this soul tribe, which is so exciting. A card came out with it, though, about boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? So boundaries, I think initially when I kind of learned about this whole boundaries thing, I was like, okay, well, that's, like, something that you have to do with people who want to take advantage of you, or people who are toxic and stuff like that. But it's not. It's something that you just have to do to ensure that the relationships that you build will be healthy ones and continue to be healthy ones, and that you won't be kind of, like, internally struggling and feeling used and taken advantage of, or like doing things and going places that you feel like it's not right for you and you just really don't want to. So setting boundaries is super important, and it's something that you may have to think about, like, what do I want these boundaries to be? What am I okay with and what I'm not okay with, and stuff like that. So it might kind of require some time and thought and experimentation to get it right. But the good thing about it is your soul tribe is going to be, should be people that really support you on that. So they're not going to be like judging you or mad at you about it. You can say, this is my boundary, and then like maybe a couple months later you're like, well, it wasn't exactly right, let me tell you about this other thing. And you just always can communicate with them, and they get you and they support you. So that's so cool. So we're going to read your message of Go Fish. Sometimes what you want is right in front of your nose, just waiting to be recognized. At other times, what you want is more like a treasure hidden within the depths of your oceanic being. You have to go deep diving to find what you desire. What you most want, need, desire, and crave has been bubbling up from within you. It is rising up from the depths of you now. It's time for you to discover an inner treasure. It's time to go fish. You are an ocean of consciousness, deep and vast, and filled with so much creativity, energy, and healing power. Did you know this about yourself? Even if you did, you are about to discover that there is more to you than you realize. Within those hidden depths, there is magnificent, undiscovered magic, which wants to come alive in your world. There's something truly wonderful wanting to capture your attention. It wants to be caught. So much so, it's practically jumping out of your inner ocean like a flying fish, wanting your attention and a place in your world. The Oracle of Go Fish says that there are powers, abilities, gifts, and new ways of being surging up from your unconscious mind. You are bringing forth more of who you are, but it is the you that you haven't really known existed before. So at this time, it's going to be surprising, exciting, or even a little uncomfortable as you get used to this extra energy stirring up from within. If you or something in your life has been lacking in energy, becoming stuck or blocked in some way, this is the oracle that indicates that new creative energy is becoming available to you and is going to get things moving in the right direction. How can you go fish? Art, dance, music, meditation, being in or near water, going to an aquarium, expressing yourself creatively in any way that will help you catch the fish from your inner ocean that will feed your body, mind, and soul with all you need to become the glorious, vibrant, boldly colorful being you are destined to be. So I love that. And I think, so the message here is to like dive into those things, to dive into yourself, to dive into the things that you love, or like to spark your interest and passion and stuff like that. And I think through that is how you find this soul tribe. I think they'll start coming through because they're waiting, they're jumping like this fish, like they want to be found, like they want you as much as you want them, that kind of thing. That's all I'm seeing for you guys. I hope you liked it. I hope you'll, let me know in the comments what you thought. Give me a thumbs up, share, stuff like that. But thanks for joining me, and I'll see y'all next time.